go do some golfing and then some reading. I've been trying to really lean into my hobbies this summer, like more than ever. And my dad was a big golfer, and so I just like never got into it. And kind of bummed that I didn't get into it when he was here, but I feel like he's looking down on me being like, you know what, I love this for you. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I've only literally like went and like hit or some balls like once or twice, but I want to show you guys my outfit. Wearing this cute little skirt. I got this from where did I get this? From Shields. They have really good like outfits there for golf. These are the books that I'm gonna bring, and this is my outfit. I really love it. I feel like I've been getting so much into golf that just like makes me happy. You can literally see in this photo, like here in the corner, that is my dad and my dog Bane that like my husband put together, because like my husband is just like the sweetest Jim ever. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but yeah, he made that for Christmas just like as a concept. Like hopefully they're both playing golf up there and Bane's just like running around on the golf course. But yeah, excited to go golf and then hopefully finish both of these books. I've been wanting to finish these because these are the last two books that I didn't finish in the last vlog. And this vlog is literally being started the day after I ended the last vlog. So you guys will probably see this maybe on Tuesday, but yeah, excited to really get into these even more. I'm really enjoying both of these so far, and maybe I'll grab like an Aperol Spritz or something while I finish these.
Talking about, I don't know what my Pilates instructors are talking about, but 2 panes of glass and knitting your ribs together. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna do our circles now. So we're coming down, bringing our knee in, coming straight out, and then swiping back down. Knee comes in, straight out. Now we're gonna be straight out, we're switching. So swiping down for the springs, knee comes in, shooting out, swiping down. All right, we're gonna pulse together here over those springs. Ready for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll feel that pretty. So now try to drop it again. Good. You're gonna drop this push. Yes, drop. Yeah. Yes. It's a little twisty twist. Good. That's good. Good. You're gonna twist a little. Yeah, and try to like look at that outside hip. When you drop, you're looking at this hip. Yeah, like over your shoulders. That's how much you're twisting. And come back. Yeah. Yeah, good.
I'm getting ready to go into a couples massage with Brady, and I'm so excited because like our anniversary day is always a day that we just like cherish so much. It's our 7-year anniversary. So yeah, I'm really excited to go in there. We're in Spavia, and I love their cozy massage space. So let's head in. Brady's gonna give me one of my anniversary gifts.
Yes.
We're outside of Barnes & Noble, by the way. I don't know what this gift is. Let's open her up.
Hope it's not too complicated.
Okay. You know, Brady always has the best gifts. You really have gifts. Bookstore challenge! You have 15 minutes to find and grab as many books as you can. All the books that you bring to the table, I will buy for you. However, there are rules, so I'm scared.
I'm sorry.
Here are the rules. You must start at a table towards the front of the store. You must tell me the title and author of the book you're gonna find before going to grab it. When you find the book, you must bring it back and put it on the table. Then say the next book's title and author. If you cannot find the book that you're looking for or feel like it is taking too long, you can come back to the table and tell me a different title and author and change what you're looking for. But that can only be done at the table. If you get stumped or run out of ideas, you can phone a friend to talk to until you find a book that neither of you own but both want to read. I'll buy a copy for both you and the friend. Have fun and search quickly. This is gonna be so fun.
You better be thinking.
Oh gosh, my brain. I gotta turn my brain on. Okay, 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a good amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Should give you more time.
No, I think 15
Enough
minutes
time.
is good. Yeah, it's enough. If you had said like a minute, I'd be like, oh my god. But 15
minute.
minutes, 15 minutes is good.
I can't even find the book in a minute.
I can't even think of a book in a minute.
All right, now we gotta go.
All right.
Not too much
Ooh, let's
thinking.
do it. First book I told him was Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, so I gotta see if I can find it. Okay, it's right. Wait, hold on. Where is it? It's literally, all our books are right there. Of all the books not to have. Okay, Ali Hazelwood. Aha. Okay. Not in Love. This is my next one. Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. Okay. This one's gonna be a little bit easier because he actually said that because I was having a hard time thinking of anything, he said that if I see a book when I'm walking past it, like I can like kind of like browse as I'm walking back to him. So that made me feel a little better because I literally could not think of a title at all of any books that I wanted to get. So this is the next one. Next book I said was Ride With Me by Simone Saltani. So this is the next one. I'm getting a lot of steps in actually. It's like every book has blanked in my head. I started thinking about it.
I think you're doing good.
You think?
Yeah.
It could be better.
It could be better, but you're doing good.
Oh my gosh. Thinking of the book is so hard.
You're on a roll there for a second.
I know. Well, it did help being able to like when I pick up one, I'm like, ooh, because I could see another one.
7 minutes left.
Okay.
Call someone.
Oh yeah. Calling Kalila. Let's see if she answers. Oh, she's not answering.
Call someone else.
Come on, Kalila. Okay, we're gonna call FaceTime Natalie next. Natalie! Oh my god, okay, please help me. Brady, he gave me this little challenge. It's like a bookstore challenge for our anniversary. And I can pick as many books as I want in the bookstore, but I have to tell him the title and the author before picking it up. Like, I have to tell him first. And I cannot think of anything. Like, I have 5 books, and I cannot think of anything.
Okay. Have you read The Wedding People?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my problem. It's like I can only think of books that I have already read.
Let me see. 1 second.
Did you recently read Done and Dusted?
Yes.
What's the second book in that series called?
Let me look. 1 second.
Because I read the first one, I haven't read the second one, so I kind of, maybe I can like add that to my TBR.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
I was like, please answer.
Okay, wait. I feel like I'm on like a game show.
I know. And I only have, he said he gave me 15 minutes and I'm like halfway done already.
Okay. With your paddle, you should definitely get that one. I love Done and Dusted.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Okay, Swift and Saddled.
Who's the author?
Huh?
Who's the author?
Layla's Angel. I almost gonna remember. Oh my god. We have 4 minutes left. I 30 seconds left, guys. I'm running out of books. I can't even think of anything. My brain is absolutely empty. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Where's this book? It said Consider Me by Becca Mack. I think I did pretty good if a bag looks like this. Looks packed. Ooh. Ooh. That was such a fun game. One of the rules for the game that like Brady came up with, or like the challenge, is that whoever helps me on the phone, he will buy a book from that same series if they like haven't read it for them. So I'm gonna text Natalie and just tell her that I'm gonna have him like send that over. He was like, yeah, we can just like order it. I just want to make sure she hasn't read it. I know she's read, like in her last vlog, she was saying she read the first book in the series, Done and Dusted, but I don't think she's read the other ones, and they didn't have the second book, but I ended up getting like the third, I think, or maybe the fourth, I can't remember, but I'm going to see which one she doesn't have and then order that for her. I had the best time yesterday with Brady. I haven't done the book haul yet, but I want to very, very soon. I am probably gonna do it maybe later tonight or maybe right after I get done with this. The other gift that he got me was a 7-day trip to Punta Cana, and we're gonna go to a 5-star resort. And I'm gonna like not show the dates on here, but you guys can see like the pictures. He like printed out the pictures, and we're actually gonna be going with some of our really good friends. And we've been on a trip with him before, and it was like the best time. And it honestly, whenever you go on trips with friends, it really makes a difference who you go with. And they like, it's like a couple that we've known. I don't know if you guys have seen Nikea in the video. I think you guys have, because whenever we went to Mexico, she was there. But I've known Nikea since high school, and we have been friends since then. But I met her now husband in high school, but they weren't together in high school. They just like were friends. And so like I've known her husband Tyler before they even got together. And then Tyler ended up working at Brady's office. He was like hiring people, and Tyler had like a really good background in insurance. And Brady was like, well, do you want to work for someone forever, or do you want to like own your own business eventually? And Tyler was like, bet. So there's this program with State Farm where if you work under an agent for a few years, you can like build up the like ability to open your own office. It is definitely a rigorous program, but if you have someone who's like a really good like, I wouldn't say coach, but like someone who you can like really emulate, like Brady, it's like a really great program. And so Tyler worked for him for I think 2.5 years, and now he has his own office. So yeah, it was just like full circle. But what's cool is like Tyler worked at Brady's office, so they got really close because they're just like very similar people in the sense that they like, you know, love like being outside, and they're like funny and like, you know, all the things. So yeah, it's just so fun to like to hang out with them, and I cannot wait to go. And I guess they've been like holding the secret for forever. We went to that country concert together, and whenever we went to that, I guess they knew that we were going to be going on this trip, and they didn't say anything about it. And I don't know how they did that, because I would have spoiled any kind of secret. Like I cannot keep a secret that long. But yeah, so I'm really excited to go on that trip, and obviously he got me the book, so I'll show you guys those in a second. But while I go through like the rest of the folding of all this stuff, I have to talk about the favorites. So I planned on vlogging and like sharing me reading the favorites, but I started reading it and I did not want to put it down. I genuinely did not want to put it down, and I just kept reading it, and eventually I got to the end and I was like, dang, I don't think I even picked up my camera one time, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. I think I shared a little bit of it in the last vlog, but not very much. And then I shared in my like wrap up how I like read that book and really enjoyed it, and I was like, oh, I'll talk more about it in the next vlog. And I was planning on having clips in this vlog of me like reading it, and I didn't. So anyway, I also feel like I'm realizing why a lot of like book creators have one specific platform that they like post on more than anything. Like if you look at most booktubers, they don't really post every day on Instagram, and they don't really post every day on TikTok, and they don't have like a podcast, and I am like trying to do all the things. And sometimes I'm like, am I doing all the things and not doing it well? Is it worth doing? Because I would never want to stop on any platform, because I love sharing on all platforms, but sometimes I'm just like, dang, like I didn't, you know, share this, or like I wish I shared that. And like the bookstore like little challenge that we did that I shared in this video, I also shared on Instagram. So like while I'm experiencing the book challenge for the first time, I'm also using my phone and also using my camera and trying to like get content for both, so I can make a TikTok and I can also make a reel, and then I can make this video on YouTube. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes I need to give myself a little bit more grace, because I am like sharing in all spaces, like on my podcast and on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube. But like I put myself to this high standard of like, you need to make sure that you share every single like review of every book. And then like if you are gonna talk about a book, you should share like clips of you reading the book, or you should share your thoughts while you're reading the book. But I don't know, there's no way to be like the perfect booktuber, and there's also no way to have the perfect book like account and like book video. And I know, I hope you guys just enjoy these videos for whatever they end up being, because I do try my best to like share my thoughts. And like one of you guys, you were like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see your thoughts on the favorites. And I was like, dang, I did not make like any clips of me like reading this book. And it's because I was just like a freaking like hermit, just like gathering every single second of this book while I was in bed. But anyway, so this book is one that I had highly anticipated, and I loved it. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. It definitely exceeded my expectations. I knew I had high expectations because so many people have loved it, and so it was gonna be very hard for like it to actually meet those expectations, but it definitely did. If you like Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing, I think that you will love this. This was a mix, and at the back of the book, the author, she like even mentions Taylor Jenkins Reid, which was kind of cool. Oh no, the light, the sun is like going away. Oh my gosh, it's getting so dark. It's like covered up by a cloud, I think. But she actually mentions Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing in this book, and how it like inspired her. And I feel like the writing was just very similar. This book was so messy. It was not the ending I was expecting, but it was the ending that I feel like, I don't want to say I needed, but like reading a book like this, it felt very real. If you liked Carrie Soto Is Back, I think you'll enjoy this. It had more romance than that in it, but it also had a lot of like familial issues, all the things. I am gonna rate this book 4 stars. I at one point was thinking like maybe I would even rate it higher than that, but I think that some parts of the book I wish they had a little bit more like of each thing that happened in it. Like some of the parts I feel like we just went through them really quickly. And this book is long, so you're probably like, what do you mean you went through it quickly? Like you had so many pages, but there was just so much wrapped up in this book. It's not one of those books that like is told over the span of a month. It's like, you know, over such a long period of time, so you're getting so much. But with that, because they're covering so much time, you expect to like have it all really fully fleshed out. And I do feel like it was fleshed out in some parts, but other parts I was like, wait, hold on, I went a little bit more. Like, why are we going to the next part? So that's not like anything necessarily bad, because I feel like some people will enjoy how quick the pacing is, and I also love that as well. But I almost wish it were longer, which is when you know it's a good book, right? You know it's a good book when you wish that it were like even longer, when it's already a super long book. Like how long is this book? Yeah, it's like 434 pages. Yeah, it's like, it's already a long book. I forgot my little Bane like doll was here. I think someone got this for me for Christmas. It was really sweet. And then Natalie got this for me. But yeah, so it was definitely a book that I am glad that I read. I did not realize that Lane Fargo has been writing books since 2020. And I definitely want to read more books by her, because I thought that this was her debut novel, which it apparently is not. So I want to read more by her. Let's go into the living room and I will see if I can, no, I'm not gonna even grab the books today. I'll grab the books tomorrow and do like a book haul tomorrow just because like the sun's kind of going down already and my car is currently in the shop and Brady is getting ready to like bring me the keys so I can like bring me or pick me up, give me the keys so I can go back and get my car because I think that it's like finished. So I don't know if I even have time to like do a full haul, but I'll do that maybe sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna finally give you guys this book haul of all the books that I ended up getting when I was book shopping with Brady. I got so many books, but I wanted to let you guys know I am doing a giveaway for one of the books that I got because I own plus size players and I don't need like 2 copies. So I'm gonna keep the copy that Brady gave me, but I already bought this book for myself. So if one of you guys wants to get this book, I'm actually doing a giveaway over on Instagram. You guys can go over and share the video where I was book shopping with Brady to your stories and tag me and I will like enter you into the giveaway. I think I said it's gonna end July 8th. So if you see this video after that and you wanna do it after it's already gonna be over. And I will be doing more giveaways here on YouTube, but I wanted to do that one on Instagram because I haven't done one on Instagram in a bit. But before we get into that haul, I wanted to share the book I ended up finishing. I did end up finishing this and I'm so glad that I did because it was so cute. What is it with me reading books that like a lot of people haven't recommended or they just like haven't recommended highly and I love it. Like this was such a good read. This is a book that I will remember and I think I'll remember it because it has a very unique storyline. It's about a guy who is like the HOA like president and he is like a rival of the main female character. Like they like don't really like each other. And she decides that she's gonna run for HOA president because she's like, you know what? He is not gonna have this position because I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna be the boss and all the things. She's kind of just trying to like get back at him, to be honest. And they kind of like prank each other and like are kind of like, not like pranking, but like going back and forth with each other. And it's just really, really good. If you like a rivals to lovers story, this gives true rivals to lovers because they're actually like fighting about something that actually makes sense. Like I feel like rivals to lovers, if it's not in school, it doesn't really make sense. And sometimes I get tired of reading the like, you know, they're in high school and they're in college and they're both trying to get like, you know, A's, they're trying to get in the same school. Like I get tired of reading that same trope, but you don't see a lot of like any other rivals to lovers unless it's in like the workplace. I feel like those are the only 2 places you see it, like workplace or in school, whether high school or college. So this was like an interesting take on rivals to lovers trope, and I will definitely read more from this author. I cannot believe that it took me so long to pick up this book. I'm pretty sure that I got this book like a year ago. So glad that I ended up reading it. And I'm really excited to dive into it more. I actually am gonna be sharing with you guys my physical TBR in the next video that comes up. And it is huge. It is absolutely huge because there's so many books that I've wanted to read. And one of you guys actually like messaged and you were saying that, like what I was saying in the last video, that I like want to continue to build my library and I don't want to like, you know, let go of books like that I don't want to let go of. And one of you guys were saying that you almost felt like the pressure to unhaul books and have like a smaller TBR because of like the internet and stuff, and now you're like trying to grow it back up again. And I love that. Like I love that you're doing that for yourself, and I feel like somewhere in the ether we have decided that it is like not good to have like a lot of books, and I just like am not in agreement with that at all. I feel like having physical books is such a blessing. It is such a privilege, and being able to read is such a privilege. And so I will forever want to build my library. And again, it's like if I buy this book, I bought it last year, I'm not reading it till this year. Who cares? Like literally who cares when I read the book? Doesn't matter. If I buy a book this year and I don't read it for 5 years, who cares? I'm still gonna read the book. I read 175 books last year and 170 books the year before, and I'm gonna read 180 books this year. So I'm obviously reading and I'm loving the books that I am reading, and I'm glad that I held on to this one and didn't pass it on because I would have been really missing out on a really good story. Obviously, I love the favorites. I already talked about this one, but I am so glad that I picked it up. It was a thicker book, so I feel like I was nervous to pick it up because I don't normally read thick books by new authors to me. So it made me really happy that I absolutely loved this story. And in the next vlog, I'm gonna be in Florida. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to like chat and you guys will get to see like my reactions of reading books. I've just been so busy. But I hope you guys are just enjoying the videos regardless of like how I share or what I share. I think sometimes I get in my head and I just am like, you need to be better about filming or you need to be better about getting this or that and like different clips and stuff. And I really should just like stop thinking like that. Like I want to hang out with you guys in every capacity. Like whether I am just like chatting, whether I'm showing you guys me reading the books or the reactions, whether I'm traveling, whether I'm not talking about books, I want to hang out with you guys regardless. So I hope you guys feel the same way. But have a huge haul. This is so heavy. It's like actually hard to pick up. I ended up getting so many books and I was actually asking Brady, I was telling him, I was like, you were probably like happy that or what did I say? I was like, you probably got nervous when I started getting like lots of books in the bookstore because I was like getting them so fast. And I was like, you were probably nervous that I was gonna like have this huge stack. And he was like, no, I was like rooting for you. Like I wanted you to have a huge stack. And I was like, that is the sweetest thing you could say, because the fact that you were rooting for me to have a massive haul, like you were rooting for me to spend more money, more like money on books, it makes me feel so good, so grateful for the husband that I have. But you guys might have seen some of the books that I picked up in there, but not all of them. So I'm gonna show them now. I ended up getting a total of, I think this is 10 books. So it is a lot of books, like so many. The first book I ended up getting is The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. This book is a book that I am really excited to read. I've heard great things about it. I think The Queen Move is like the third book maybe, but I've heard so many people have loved that book. This is a story that she did a lot of research for, and I'm really excited to dive into the storyline because I know that this is about a diverse group of people that I feel like just don't get as represented in stories as they should. And I love how when I went to listen to her speak, when she was talking about one of her new releases last year, she was saying that for this book, she actually had people from this specific community read the book and give her feedback. And she said when one of the elders was reading this book, she was like not sure if they were gonna like give it a go, and she said that they didn't really get back to her until it was like right before the book was to be like released. And she said that she was like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna need like an edit or anything. And I think she ended up saying that the person got back to her, and at first they were kind of like, oh, I need to like read through it because I don't know if you can like do it justice. And then they ended up getting back to her and being like, this is such a accurate representation. And again, she took a lot of their like thoughts and their experiences for this story to be able to share the story that I feel like is needed to be like written more often in romance books. And I don't know, I just thought it was really, really neat that she was like, if they were not going to give this a go, this book would not have been out in the world. And I just think that that's cool. She really does her research on books. So yeah, excited to read that one. I also got Lost and Lassoed, which I have not even read the second book in the series. I read the first one and I wasn't obsessed with it, but I feel like I have a better gauge of what I want now out of books. I feel like I gave a lot of books away that were either very spicy or books that were like an easier read, like late last like winter. I feel like I was just like, I don't want to read them, I don't feel like reading them. But now that I'm in like summer, fun, like warm months, I've been gravitating towards those types of books more than anything. Just like cutesy, brain off romances. And I gave a lot of them away to free library. So I'm excited to read this. This is the third book in the series, I think. So I am gonna get the second book, but I didn't have it there. I also sent over a copy, or I guess like Brady sent over a copy to Natalie, because she was the one who helped me on the phone. But this says, this is a enemies to lovers book where they're forced to work together during one hot summer. She thrives in chaos, he prefers routine. The only thing they have in common, how much they hate each other. I cannot wait to read that. This is the book that I picked up that I already own, but this one is in hardback, so I cannot wait to read this one because it just looks so good. There's so many quotes on the back. Sherlina Bobby, who wrote Between Friends and Lovers. She said, all the men I've loved again took me on a journey through the complications of love, growth, and self-discovery, spanning decades, bolstered by a cast of lovable characters who feel real enough to touch. Annabelle Monaghan, who wrote Nora Goes Off Script and so many other books that I've loved. She said, a fascinating exploration of love, fate, and personal agency. All the Men I've Loved Again is a second chance romance to devour in one gulp. The characters are relatable and complex, and the ending is more satisfying than I thought possible. Sonequa Johnson, who wrote The House of Eve and Yellow Wife, it says on the back, her quote, a sweeping coming-of-age novel that explores hope, healing, and the heartache that lies between. With a raw emotional depth, it captures the complexities of love and loss in a way that is both tender and moving. And this says that this is a book that is a dazzling solo debut novel about a woman who finds herself in the impossible situation of being in love with the same two men in her early 20s and again as she nears 40. So this is a story that is like told where you're gonna get the perspective of her in her 20s and again in her 40s. It's also written by a Black author. I'm so excited for this. I actually got an ARC of this, but it was a paperback, and you guys know I love a good hardback, so I had to pick this up in hardback. And I still haven't read it yet, but I want to read it soon. I also got Not in Love because one of you guys was saying that if I read Problematic Summer Romance, I should definitely read this one. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. It says, a forbidden secret affair proves that all is fair in love and science. I feel like when I go into this book, I know I'm just going to be reading something that's fluffy and fun, and I need to go into it with that perspective. And again, I've been having more urges to read books like that in the summer versus any other time. So I feel like this will be a book that I read while it's warm. I also got Bridesmaid for Hire because again, I've been in this big mood to just read books that are just like pure fun. And this says, sometimes the wedding of the century calls for desperate measures, and sometimes those desperate measures are to pretend the person you hate most is actually your boyfriend. And Megan Quinn's books are spicy, they are enjoyable, they're funny, they make you laugh out loud, and I feel like those are the books that I, again, want to read in summer. I also feel like this challenge was kind of hard for me to think of books because I had to think of books that were in Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble does not have a lot of diverse reads. They also don't have, obviously, books that would be in indie bookstores, but in my hometown, we don't have any indie bookstores that sell new books. There's only one that sells old used books. And then the closest independent bookstore is 45 minutes away, and they sell a lot of contemporary fiction and they have a lot of fantasy, but they have a very smaller section of romance. And so if I were to do that there, I don't know if I would be able to get as many romance books as I want. So I just feel like my brain really had to work to get good books because it was so hard. Imagine someone's I can get you as many books as you want, but you have to think of the name of the book and the author. The title of the book and the author. It's so hard when you really think about it because a lot of the books I could think of were books I'd already read. I couldn't really think of books I hadn't read or books I hadn't read that I didn't already own. I also got Ride With Me by Simone Saltani. This looks like a good read. It says a marriage of convenience threatens to go off track in this steamy Formula One romance. I love a good sports romance. I haven't read anything by this author, but I feel like this is gonna be a really good one because it is a sports romance. And then I also got Plus Size Players. And again, if you guys want this copy, you guys can go over to Instagram, share the video of when I did the book shopping with Brady. You can see it on my feed. It'll be one of the newer videos, and share it to your stories. Tag me, and then I will put you into the running to get this book. Someone's gonna get it because I already own this book. I'm gonna keep this copy but give you the other one that I bought for myself. I also got Gloves Off. I haven't read anything by this author, but I've heard a lot of people enjoy this book or enjoy this author, but let me know if I need to read other books in the series first. So many people have said that this book is the best book. So I kind of want to just read this one, but there's 3 other books in the series. So I need to know, is it worth reading the other books or do I have to read the other books? This says, the only way to receive her inheritance, marry the NHL's grumpiest enforcer, a brutally handsome jerk and the last man she'd ever fall for in this sexy hockey romance from the viral TikTok author of Behind the Net. Behind the Net, I think, is the first one. Then comes The Fake Out, The Wingman, and then this is the last one. So again, please let me know if I need to read the other ones first. I feel like most romances, you don't have to read the other ones first, but I need to know. Do I or do I not? I also got Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. Ashley Paulson's books are hit or miss for me because I didn't really enjoy, what was her other book that she read? Wrote. I want to see if I can, the 7-Year Slip. I didn't really enjoy the 7-Year Slip, and I think I was the only person who didn't, but I really enjoyed The Dead Romantics. It was like a weird, like, storyline, but I feel like it was different, and I did enjoy it. So this one, I don't even know what it's really about, but I kind of want to go into it blind. Is that weird? I want to go into it blind because I feel like I don't know what's happening in this book, but I do know what type of stories she usually writes, and she usually has some type of like magical realism in it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this one has to do with music because there's music on here. I don't know. Should I read the back? Should I read the back or should I just go into it blind? I don't know. I kind of want to go into it blind. So if you guys have read this book, please let me know if you enjoyed it. I feel like, again, I've read 2 of her books. 1 book I enjoyed, 1 book was like so-so. So let me know if you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your thoughts. And then I also got Full Tilt by Emma Scott. This book looks really good. This book actually came out a long time ago, not a long time, but like a decent amount of time ago. And then they put a new cover on it. Yeah, so this was originally self-published in 2016 by Emma Scott. And then they put this new cover on it this year. And this is like an angsty romance. I remember hearing about this book in 2020. So many people were obsessed with it. I feel like that was the era of angsty romances, like in 2020. So yeah, I just feel like this is gonna be a good one. Again, it's one I have not read the back of. I actually used to own this, and I owned it in the original copy, but now I have it in this copy, and I actually like this one better. The words are just a little bit bigger, and the book size is also a little bit bigger, and I think the pages are floppier, whereas the other one was a little bit more stiff because it was like the indie copy. So those are all the books that I ended up getting in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the book shopping, and I got to literally book shop with no like budget. I had no like stipulations. I could buy whatever I wanted, and that was the best feeling. And I don't know if I even told you guys this, but Brady, he also, like, not only did he like set up this whole thing, we also obviously went to the massage and we got a couples massage, and he also every anniversary he writes a letter to me of like how our year went and like how he's feeling and how like much he loves me and all this stuff every single anniversary. So I have this journal full of like entries of every single year, and he started doing it, I want to say he started doing it in like maybe 2019 or 2021. So I have years, you know, of just him like sharing our thoughts, or his thoughts. So it's interesting to see how we've grown, or like what our goals are, or like, you know, his thoughts on things. And like, it's just really cool to read. Like every year, it's just one of my favorite things to look back on. He always has it written, so that way the morning of our anniversary, I can get up and read it. And again, it's like, you deserve to be with someone who wants to shower you with love, and it doesn't always take a ton of money. Like that book is one of my favorite gifts, and it's literally free. Like he had to buy the notebook like years ago, and you can buy a notebook at the dollar store. Like, I just feel like when you love someone, you should be intentional about the way you love them, and he definitely is with me. He also booked us a trip, a 7-day trip to the Dominican Republic, and we're going to a 5-star resort. Which again is like, I just feel so grateful for like a partner and the love of my life to like want to shower me with love in so many different ways. Like showering me with love to like fall even deeper into my hobbies, showering me with love verbally and, you know, just on page so I can go back and like read it. And we're gonna be going to Punta Cana with some of our best friends. So it's gonna be so fun. So I think I shared that with you guys already, but I couldn't remember if I like went into detail of like where we're going and stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I always do an anniversary video every single year, and this is a very special one. So yeah, I'll see you guys in Florida for the next video, or the next vlog. The next video will be my physical TBR. Next vlog will be in Florida. So I'll see you guys then. Bye guys.